Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Game 3 of the day. We are here in the Pride Cup Overwatch ZA South Africa. My name is Davion. I go by Davion OW. I am not alone. I'm here with Babs today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
I'm very excited for this game. I was on the cast earlier. That game was a blast. This one is going to be just as great. I'm very excited. We have G.O.A.T.S taking on Kozy and Kolourful. We can go through the rosters here momentarily once they all pop up on the screen. This looks like Kozy and Kolourful. There they are.
Kozy and Kolourful have a lot of, a lot of regular faces in the Z8 scene. I mean, everyone knows the Peach today. Wonderful producer, wonderful player, wonderful person. I mean, you really have to explain Stalker to everyone, but they do have some new faces. I mean, we're seeing Hammond is Bay for the first time. We're seeing Kozy for the first time. So it's a nice mix of the regulars and the new people of the server, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and the pictures of choice were funny. I like the Mercy Echo already ready to go, and Doomfist always a fan favorite, right? So
yeah,
it should be fun.
When you get Stalker, you always get Doomfist. I think those two are like 1-1, so there's never separating them.
That's hilarious. So maybe we'll see more of it. And I believe next up we'll have G.O.A.T.S popping up on the screen. They have Nian. If I didn't say that properly, I practiced. I tried my best. List, it's Trizzle, Yami maybe, and Kyo. This should be. I mean, hey, this looks like a fun matchup.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the G.O.A.T.S players are very new to the scene, or at least not as regular as the other team's players like Stalker. But there are a lot of players that we know a lot about. I mean, Yan's a wonderful player. Everyone knows how good Trizzle is. Yami maybe first time showing up in a ZD tournament in a while. Always fun to watch, always fun to spectate, always fun to cast. So this is going to be a great matchup. I mean, we have two great teams on our hands.
Yes, very excited. And then we have a map pool as well. There will be 5 maps. We actually are going to start out on hybrid for the beginning because we want to go through Midtown. The reason that is it's the Pride Cup. Midtown has the big Pride Festival going on right now, so that's why we wanted to showcase that and guarantee that it got in at the very beginning. So that's what this is all about, and that's why we're here. Then we're going to move on to Lijiang Tower, followed by Route 66, and if it gets there, Esperanza on push, and then Ilios to close out the match if we go to a map 5.
Yeah, I mean, I love the map set. I mean, so many different comps that can work on all of these maps. Midtown, you can have your dive, you can have your spam, you can have your brawl. Lijiang's the same, very known for brawl, dive, pharmacy, echo. So there's a lot of different things we can play on these maps, and I feel like these teams are going to show us just that. So many different combinations, so many different compositions. So much fun to watch.
Yeah, and so today it's been a little bit interesting to see what comps everybody's been bringing out. I've seen Queen on maps I didn't expect Queen on. I've seen Sigma get whipped out today. It's been a lot of cool things. Midtown, I watched a full hold earlier. A lot of Ramatra gameplay there. So I kind of fully expect that again. I think I'm going to genuinely see the Ramatra Brawl-esque on this map because Ramatra is so good on this map, or even maybe Sigma, but I've seen a lot of different variants coming out of it. What do you expect out of here?
I mean, looking at Kozy and Kolourful, I think we can almost like 99% of it. I just expect a Doom first comp. Maybe a Tracer, Doom. I know we'll see a Mercy as well. So it's just different compositions that can help support Stalker's Doom because we know how good he is on that hero. On the side of G.O.A.T.S, I mean, their tank player is actually a TPS player, so Trizzle's hero pool might be a little bit limited, but it looks like he's stepping out to play that Ramatra. Like
hey, Ramatra is a good choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's very powerful, especially in the brawl.
Yeah, and while we have a minute, I would love to recognize once again all the Pride stuff that's going on. You saw the Pride flag right at the beginning. You do see all the different types of Pride flags scattered throughout Midtown and the colorful walkways with the confetti coming down. So we're here with the Pride Cup. 10 seconds. It looks like they might be coming out on Sombra Doomfist. So you're right. You do know these people more than I do, as I'm also freshly new to the server. So I'm ready to see how it shakes out as we kick off map 1. G.O.A.T.S taking on Kozy and Kolourful. Stalker's just zooming in to start this match. A little bit of poke here from the Ramatra doing a toll on him, but just looks like it's just pop shots right now. See what else they can do. Stalker taking the blocks now, can't move because the lovely Cassidy buff, but Trizzle is antied. gets a little bit of is getting fisted. The fists are going at it. They are banging each other around, but Hammond finds List first to break the floor wide open and gets that first pick. May not see a res here, but we get Jace get picked, and then Yami maybe gets picked right after Hammond and Kozy. So they do recover nicely even after getting someone picked. It's Trizzle coming through in the clutch with Ramatra. It's Nemesis mode is too scary sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, COWZA and Kolourful's comp wants to execute fast. You know, they want to hack someone, they want to kill them fast. Once the fights tend to get drawn out, we see G.O.A.T.S comp start to take precedent. I mean, Ramata staying alive for so long. The Cassidy just going to the backline once the backline is completely exposed and just picking them off one by one. It just really shows us the different compositional advantages that we get.
And List gets a head tapped, immediately rezzed by Kozy, but that's a tough break. They're hacking the Ramatra, but Ramatra's about to have that Nemesis form. Stalker does have the Meteor Strike, but I don't know if it's going to help here, as Annihilation plus Nano is on deck for G.O.A.T.S.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a strong combo. We've seen it win fights almost entirely alone. And it looks like Trizzle going in.
It's popped. Stalker gets one, but it's Trizzle walks in with the Nano, kills 3. Meteor Strike is actually executed off of it. Looking for someone. Stalker is looking at the Mercy. Can't seem to get the pick off. And ends up risking life for it. So we maybe see a swap over here from Stalker.
Yeah, I really don't like this combat. It feels like Stalker is playing all alone. You know, going to the backline. I feel like he's not executing his dives with Peach enough. They're not working together. There's no coordination from the team of Kozy and Kolourful. But I don't think they will do the compositional switch. I think this team is playing very heavily into their comforts right now. And instead of switching, maybe they just start playing around differently.
Yep, and there's the EMP to try to break this open, but Hammond gets picked prior to even trying anything. High Noon is popped, just trying to stay alive here. And Trizzle gets Jace as well. It just, no matter what they try. Kozy, though, gets a pick.
Kozy coming in clutch.
Hold on, whipping out the Glock, trying to do something with it on the Mercy.
Yeah, I mean, even in that EMP fight, we see an EMP and there's just basically no follow-up. The Doom is all alone once the Sombra, translocates out. So yeah, maybe I like the Tracer switch. It can support Stalker's Doom for a little more. I mean, they're coming up to the Nano. We've seen Doom Nano be so strong, and G.O.A.T.S only has the Dragon Strike, really. So I think this is a small window where Kozy and Kolourful need to go aggressive and make sure they're proactive in their attack.
I like it too, and they also went over to a Kiriko, which actually can help a lot more on the dive with the teleport through any wall you can. So it's going to be a very interesting fight here, as we're trying to see. Here comes Bob, Robert into the fight. Mex, he's slept instantly though. Stalker is also antied in the back line, trying to stay up, but Peach is taken out. Nano put on Trizzle. He is so close to the Annihilation, but is slept once again. Stalker finds 2 in the fight, is on point by him, but all on his lonesome. They're looking for something. Annihilation pops out. Jace is taken out. Kozy is in danger. Hammond gets taken out. Kozy goes down. The Annihilation with the Mercy pocket. Peach finds Nyan though, but Trizzle finds Stalker. Trizzle is having himself a field day on this Ramatra.
Yeah, I mean,
Res comes off.
This is just really highlighting the comp stuff. I mean, Stalker goes in, gets both supports, I believe, but still they aren't able to get rid of the withstanding and just the overall power of the G.O.A.T.S composition. Even with 2 peaks down, they're still able to overpower Kozy and Kolourful. And yeah, it's just it was not a good show from inside of Kozy and Kolourful.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Meteor strikes, tries to get the Ana, hits the ground, instantly slept, then just gets put in a corner by Cassidy. Can't do much there. A full hold for G.O.A.T.S, and we'll see how the defense goes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should see a compositional change there. Stoker's just a really good player. He's not only a Doom player. We've seen him play other tanks before, the Monkey, the Rhine. So I'm being stubborn and forcing to stay the Doomfist. I think it's a little detrimental to the team.
Yeah, I think the Doomfist into Ramatra is a little unlucky, but I also kind of want to see some switches up, because if they're going to commit to a kind of a dive poke comp, we're going to need to see a little bit different. I think you can make that happen on this defensive side a little bit better. On your offensive side, the Ashe was a little harder to run because you can't physically have Mercy on you at all times 24/7, and it's a little harder to make that happen. So we'll see how it goes out, but Goat's looking like they're playing some fun comp here. Queen and Lifeweaver over there. So
Here do we see the live view? I feel like maybe they're trolling us, but you know, I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping Coach Trizzle is. Oh, never mind. But yeah,
late.
Trizzle coming
You hate
out
to
on the
see it.
Queen. I think the Queen is also a good matchup into the Doomfist. You know, that shotgun does a lot of damage. That knife slash does a lot of damage. You know, so maybe he's able to deter Soka even more. But I really want to see Kozy and Kolourful just play around that. You know, just look for picks. Just let Soka play a supporting role rather than a main role.
Yeah. And we're getting a Genji also out of the Kozy and Kolourful here today too. So we'll see how that shakes out for him. And we're seeing Zenyatta also pop up. But you know, the Hanzo pick, oh my gosh, immediately melted.
I mean, immediately seeing the effect of that Zen, right? The Disco goes on Queen once and she's just gone. She just disappears. So much damage. Really,
and that puts an instant end to that fight.
Yeah, I mean, a really good start. I mean, with how shaky they were looking on the offense, that was a good start on their defense.
And they also get the Tracer too.
Yeah, I mean, this is great. They're just playing to their advantages, you know, not overextending. We're not giving too much space to the Jungle Queen comp. You know, taking fights where they know they can win them. And Trizzle's low again.
Yeah, trying to get healed up a lot. But List actually finds him, and that could be the opening they need. Stalker's also anti now. Punched back, gets cleansed, looking for something, gets slept. It's just CC all day for him. Jace ends up going down to Neon, and it's or Nyan, I apologize. It's Trizzle Guts Peach. Stalker does find Yami Mob, maybe, but I don't think it's enough as Anti forces him low, goes down. Kozy's all that's left. They just need a tick. Yeah, halfway there, I don't think they have a contest. Genji's their contest, can't actually touch, and that'll wrap up map 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the entire map just highlighted the compositional stuff, you know? I mean, there's also really a big issue with the Kozy and Comfy comp. They just weren't executing fast enough and cohesive enough to beat out the brawl of G.O.A.T.S. And the G.O.A.T.S comp, I think, more forgiving in that matter, where they didn't have to be super coordinated, where all of the heroes could survive on their own. And I think it's a comp more suited for, you know, puggy compositions like the Pride Cup, where it's a bunch of strangers put together, all come together to have fun. It's not much maintenance to that comp.
Yeah, and I mean, Ramatra is just a click alt win button sometimes, and that you saw that in the in the play of the game. So, I mean, heading into Lijiang Tower, Lijiang has more of a brawly aspect to it. So I'm hoping we can see maybe a change here. But Doomfist works a lot better on most of the Lijiang Tower maps as opposed to on Midtown. So maybe that'll help out Stalker a little bit there, and if we want to commit to the Doomfist, will that work out that way?
Yeah, I mean, if they get control center and they force a Doomfist, it might be really rough because, you know, it's a very broad map, right? Like you said, you might see the Junkrat, you'll see the Symmetra, you'll see the Cassidy, you'll see the Mei. These are all very hard heroes for, I guess, the Doomfist to play into. So if we do get these close counter maps, like you said, we're all favored. I'd like to see the Stalker Doomfist switch up, you know, maybe like a Ryan or a Matra, or even a Diva if you want to commit to that dive play. But the Doomfist needs to be too punishable right now. Especially with, you know, Cass's new grenade where it stops your movement abilities and it hinders you.
Yep. Good buff, by the way, Blizzard. Thank you.
Great buff, yeah.
Yeah. Phenomenal change to the game. No, it's not oppressive at all.
Yeah, and you know, everyone loves homing missiles. It's just great, man.
Yeah. But I don't know. If we're going to commit to Doomfist, I think I want to see them try and maybe build a little bit more around it. Because they were playing, it felt like they were not committing. So if you're going to go with it and you're going to commit to Doomfist, commit to it. Use the dive, hit with Tracer, maybe play Tracer and Sombra if that's in your guys' wheelhouse. Mixed it up. Like if you're going to commit to it, commit. Go in. Kiriko is a great pick with that. So what can we do to make that happen? That's going to be the real question, and that's going to be the determining factor of how they make it work.
Yeah, I mean, the Peach today can play the Tracer and the Sombra, and we've seen Jaden favor the Genji sometimes. So maybe play a Nano Blade Doom composition around that EMP Nano Blade combo, or just something to help your Doomfist in the background, because it feels like there's a disconnect between Stalker and the rest of the team, and Coach is doing a really good job, taking advantage of that and isolating Stalker, letting him pick up support while we kill your backline, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, and I mean, Trizzle's just having a field day walking through as Ramatra with no contest whatsoever. Got a couple sleep darts hit on him, a little bit of antis, but nothing stopping from realistically trying to fight there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're cozy and comfort right now, you're probably really happy because if there's one map you can play Doomfist on, it is this map.
It's this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe we see the Doomfist composition come up with the Pharmacy, maybe an Echo Mercy. We know Cozy likes to favor the Mercy, and
Yep.
I'm not. But they are coming up against Neon. Neon's a great heat scan player. Very good on that Cassie, that Widow, that Ashe. So I'm not sure how we'll see the Echo interact with that.
Okay, so this is what I like. I like this comp a little bit more. I do like them running the Zen Kiriko if they're going to run Doomfist, because that helps. You got some help for Zen, but you also have the Cassidy, who's absolutely and utterly one of the best characters in the game right now. And I mean, Sojourn's, pick potential, so that can actually still provide support for Doomfist while still hitting from a distance. But I actually like the Tracer a little bit more, so I'm cool with that. While the other side is full dive. It's just,
Yeah,
it's old school. We're running Lucio.
this is peak Liu Jung Taiwan, man. Full dive.
Yeah. Old school with a little bit of Kiriko mixed in. So we'll see how it works out. It's looking like Trizzle's coming through on a dive. They're trying to poke out the Zen a little bit, but they got a little bit no luck there. Genji is going in. List is trying to find something. Jace is low. Jace goes down, but Hammond finds List. Kozy's also going to go down, but the mech from Trizzle is he demeched instantly, but still finds another pickoff right afterwards. Baby Diva is still mighty. Stalker's in there to contest a little bit, try to make something happen. Has a little bit of HP here. Won't find anything. I do like the switch over to Sombra. A little bit could help out. Doesn't help there. We're going to see them instantly take the first fight over on G.O.A.T.S.
Yeah, that was a little unlucky. Trizzle getting 2 as the baby diva. You don't really see that in your game plan. Maybe we switch up the Sojourn. Sojourn was isolated really fast there. Was picked up first. Maybe switch up the Sojourn, play maybe a Tracer Sombra. But a good start for Kozy and Comfort. They were able to get the first pick. Now it's just to work on sustaining their comp a little more.
Yeah, it gets 1 pick, but Baby Diva got 2, so it's really hard. And Jace is just having a bad day on Zenyatta. Can't find any assistance there. Really trying to stay alive, but just cannot do it. So it looks like we may need a little bit more sustainability on the tank side. The boop off was attempted, but it was Trizzle, so he's able to use the jets to come right back up. Punches List into a wall, pops Meteor Strike, is trying to find something, but Kiriko uses the Kitsune Rush, and it is just, it's a bad day for Stalker in the back line. The front line's getting melted by Trizzle. Trizzle just having his way.
Oh my God.
With everybody in that back line. Nothing to be done about it. Stalker's trying, but Kyo says no, and it's just Tracer peaches up and loses the Tracer 1v1. Can't do anything about it. 55% and counting.
This is so well played from G.O.A.T.S. They know when to, they know when to go proactive. They know when to play back and play defensive. They're taking up so much space. They know the backline is weak on the side of Kozy and Comfort. They're just playing this so well.
Almost 2 would have been gotten with that bomb if the cleanse didn't go off there. So, Drizzle's just playing and having a field day and not really getting punished for doing anything that they want to do.
Yeah, not a very defensive composition versus a very offensive composition. It's very hard to sustain against the Diva, the Genji, the Tracer, all attacking your Zen player.
And they're just walking in. Yeah. They recognize the threat. They're just walking into the room. Stalker's playing by himself, but Peach finds Nayan, so there could be a chance here in an opening to do something. Jace just needs to stay alive here. Taking a lot of damage. Kozy also taking a lot of damage. Gets the Kitsune Rush off, but dies to Trizzle with a beat coming out from Yami maybe, but it's just not going to work out. List finds Peach, and that might be the end of it. 99 and counting. Jace does find a pick, though. Nayan finds Hammond. Stalker does get another one, so maybe not, because Trance comes out. There's a chance here. Meteor Strike popped off. Kyo is low, but has Kitsune Rush. Can we get something going on here? Trizzle finds Jace. It's just 2 on point. Kozy's still available. Here comes the Kitsune Rush from Kyo. Kozy goes down to Trizzle once again. Stalker again. Who else? Trizzle. It's another one. And it's just insane how aggressive and how well played G.O.A.T.S is playing right now.
The dive is so perfect. You'd think they're like a well-oiled team. These people were just put together yesterday.
I'm saying.
Yeah, they're playing so well. They're executing perfectly. They're diving cohesively. I'm stumped as well. I feel like I don't know many teams in the ZA scene that could play as cohesive as G.O.A.T is playing right now. It's like they've found their drive,
Yeah, they found their groove. They found what works for them, and they have a lot of diversity. They're not scared to switch it up. You've seen Diva, you've seen Ramatri, you've seen Genji, Hanzo, you've seen Tracer, Cass. Like, you've seen a lot of different characters coming out from all these different players. And on the rush map, we're still looking at Doomfist And it's the same comp, so I don't know if they're gonna. I feel like we're just beating our heads against the wall here, but we'll see if it plays out. No Junkrat, no May on this map is wild to me, but you know what? I'll take it. Ramattra just walks in, kills one. Trizzle's having a field day.
He just walked into their backline.
He just walked in and said, I've got this. But two go down. Stalker found one in their backline. Hammond got the Trizzle there, so it's not all for free. Jace is still up with Hammond, but a little too aggressive. Had a Moira coming back. Waited just a half a second, maybe have a chance. But that's a fight win for GOAT.
I mean, good thing with GOATS uncomfortable. It looks like their team is getting there faster, and they'll be back soon. Maybe they can take a fast fight with GOATS being down 1. But
yeah,
nah.
But Neon and Trizzle are just on it. Jace is down again. Stalker in the backline immediately is nullified. Trizzle finds Peach. Trizzle is just having the way Hammond goes down too. And Kozy finds 4. Like, what else do you want?
It feels like, you know, GOAT's strategy on this map is just Trizzle go kill, right? He's just walking to the backline, getting 4, and there's no one on the side of Kozy and Comfort to counter him. He's playing all Stokers off the map.
Yep, there goes. Yum maybe gets a boot, but Trizzle walked into their spawn and still got Jace by himself. It's just, they just have no answer. I do see the Junkrat come out, is down, but it's out. We'll see if that helps out at all. But Trizzle is rampage. He's on a rampage. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Annihilation here.
Oh, and the Nano. Oh, he's just
with the
in.
Nano. He's looking for one. Neon finds him with the High Noon. Doesn't get much out of the Nano or the Annihilation, but it did enough. Forces them back. And Kozy and Kolourful need to find something. Need to find something that's working.
Yeah, maybe a bit of an overcommitment with the Nano, the Annihilation, and the High Noon. But maybe when you're GOATS right now, you're feeling comfortable doing everything. I mean, Trizzle is just pounding away at the choke.
Trizzle's a little over-aggressive there. But here come Dragons. Might find anybody. No, Hammond finds 2, though, so that's huge. Hammond is anti right now. Stalker does go down, but that's okay because they did find enough picks to keep this, to flip the point finally.
Really well played from Hammond, you know, showing up, getting those 2 picks, 2 key picks, you know, picking up Trizzle, who seemed to be the key piece of this GOATS team, and picking apart the rest of the team afterwards. But GOATS taking a fast fight right after.
Yep, and then they do get the trans off. Does help the rest of the team. Trying to find and help some Stalker. Does get it. Fire in the hole. Here comes the bomb from Junkrat. The Tire's looking for someone. Finds one. List does go down too, but Jace goes down again to Trizzle. Stalker does find Yami maybe though, and this could be it. But wait, they're turning it around. It's Trizzle and Niam find picks. Trizzle finds a second one, and it's the tank battle on the point. Doomfist Stalker has more HP. It's one, and there it is. Does keep the point, but has people coming back. Yami maybe's there. List is there. Trying to touch, but they do come back in. Does find some HP. Does actually drop for it, though. Point flips over to GOATS, and we're still seeing a fight here. List is on point. Dion gets Peach. Can't get anything off of it. This ends now. Can we get some head taps from him? Niam finds Kozy. Point is flipped back over. Hammond goes down to List, and I think that might be a wrap. Stalker, it's just Stalker and Jason. I mean, by that I mean just Stalker. High Noon in his face, can't do anything. That's gonna flip, and I don't know if they have a touch.
Yeah, it's not looking good. I don't think Peach touches. Yeah.
They had an OT, but it's just nothing else they can do. And GOATS is just asserting, but they did get it. There was a glimmer of hope there for Kozy and Kolourful. That was a good couple fight wins that they had.
Yeah, I mean, some speckles of light, right, with the individual pop-off. I think that's what your comp is looking for with the Doomfist and the Sojin. You're looking for that individual prowess, and we saw that. But it's just not consistent enough to get past, you know, GOAT's amazing brawl and just the amazing cohesiveness.
Yeah, it's just... And then Trizzle is just having just the whatever. Did not matter what it was. It was whatever.
And Trizzle is a DPS player. I mean, that's a Widow player popping up from the Diva and the Ramatra, just showing us his, you know, his diversity and how he can flex.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It was an insane map from Trizzle once again. Just having the way with whatever with Kozy and Kolourful. It didn't matter what popped up. They counteracted it and was just sitting in spawn, trying their best to do something. But, I mean, we've already seen a reverse sweep today, right? I don't know if that's what we're going to see out of this matchup, but, hey, listen, all that is now is reverse sweep. Kozy, Kolourful, Maybe
You know
you
what?
show up on Route 66.
I see it. I mean, they just need one, one composition piece to click. Because that's what happens in tournaments like the Pride Cup and the Talent Cup. When you find one composition that clicks for you, you just one trick it and it works. And it feels like they're inching forward towards that Kozy and Comfort that highlights in that last map. And maybe if they find their stride with maybe one heroes change or maybe one just a playstyle change, maybe they can find their stride and get the reverse sweep. But like you said, the flexibility of GOATs and how much they're able to change up their comp to counter their opponents. Maybe it's just too hard to counter.
We'll see. I think it's going to come down to what do we see out of Kozy and Kolourful, because we haven't really seen a lot of long range hit scan outside of that Ashe that was popping up, which I wouldn't be surprised to see again. We'll see it out of GOATs. Stalker coming out on Ryan potentially. Winston, Sigma, Doomfist,
he's throwing
Hammond. Who knows?
I mean, we've seen Stalker play the Monkey to such a high level and the Ryan to such a high level. Of course, Overwatch 2, he's been focused more on the Doom and it's worked for him so far. But I guess in a tournament like this, where it's more puggy, people just met their teams yesterday, it's harder to make the Doomfist work. And I think Stalker is learning that. Seems like they're coming out on the Junker Queen.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Junker Queen earlier on this map. It was probably some of the most insane Queen I've ever seen in my life. So we'll see if this pops up again. I do, again, like the Ashe matchup. I do enjoy the Hanzo pick. I think the range is going to be very important on this map. So we'll see if it works out for them.
Yeah, I mean, Hanzo's so strong right now. Queen
Hanzo's very strong
an interesting matchup. I mean, I think in terms of comp, maybe GOATS comes up just a little bit, but it's not a big disadvantage like we've seen in the previous maps.
Right, exactly. We'll see how it goes, because we need to see some picks, because what GOATS is trying to do here is just play stall, right? They're playing Tracer, they're playing D.Va, so they can go up and ground the high grounds. Kozy and Kolourful needs a pick here. They're playing Hanzo, they're playing Ashe. We need something to pop up, as we just have fight stalling. Stalker's trying to walk into the backline, but List finds Jace. Jace is not having a fun time in this game.
I mean, they're just isolating that Baptiste, that Zen, picking up Jace everywhere he goes, and that high ground is so brutal. I mean, look, Soko just got to the high ground, and the rest of his team is already dead. So maybe I switch onto a monkey comp. Oh, this will be calling for a pause.
Yes, it looks like Kozy dropped out of the lobby, so looks like a disconnect here.
It was bound
which
to
happens.
happen. Oh, restarting game.
Happens to the best of us. See, that's all it is. They just needed to restart the game, and maybe that's the thing they needed. Reverse sweep.
Well, okay, really good. Sportsmanship from GOATS there. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
she's
man.
restarting her game. Okay, they're not restarting the entire maps. That's my bad. But it looks like we're just waiting up for Kozy. And I think you're right. We're looking for just someone on the side of Kozy and Kolourful to get a pick and start off the offense to get it rolling.
Yeah, we need something, right? We need one thing to help them open the door for this team, because it's been a minute. On the third map, you're down 0-2. How are you going to show up? Because it feels like you guys have just been getting rolled this whole time. So what are we going to do to clutch back up, right? So we'll see how it pops off. I think Peach and Hammond have the potential to do so. We just need to see something come out of there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe pick a monkey or a D.Va just to get rid of that high ground, because on Route 66 we know how strong the high ground is, especially for the defending team with that Ashe Mercy. I mean, Ashe Mercy does so much damage.
Exactly.
We're going in.
I agree. Looks like we're going back in. Good thing we were in a no fight. Kozy was back in spawn, so we lose Valk ult charge. It was at 36, so it wasn't too bad of an ult charge loss. And Old Faithful, Doomfist is back on the field.
You know what? I don't hate the Doomfist. It might work. It might help to dive the high ground.
Yeah.
And as long as
Stalker might be better for this
support,
map.
Yeah, as long as Stalker gets his support, it could work.
A lot of damage taken, but Jace again just can't stay alive. Trizzle throws bomb up, finds Kozy. Hammond dies to Nyan. Stalker goes down, and it's just a team kill. Yeah, just what do you do? What do you do?
It feels like GOATS is just executing so well with their dive. I don't know what you do as Kozy and Colourful, but maybe get some hero plays from your DPS players or your Doomfist player. Get a hero play, pick up maybe 2 backliners and start the role on the offense. Because right now it feels like no matter what they throw at it, nothing happens. And there it is.
That's a pick, and you know what? We do stop the res, so List is dead for the foreseeable future, but they traded out with Peach, but Yami maybe goes down to Hammond. Hammond has opened the door for this roster to try to make something happen. Hammond finds a third. That's exactly what they needed. That's exactly what they needed. Pulse Bomb gets used, can't be hit, cannot connect. Immortality was used though. Hammond is still trying to find another one as they have control of Big Earls. But they're pushing the cart now, and they're going to have Bob for next fight. Both teams will. We see some ult charge here from both teams. So great job, but List finds Hammond, and that's unlucky. List is finding some picks.
Just besides what Hammond did, I mean, I really want to highlight how well the supports of Kozy and Kolourful played there. I mean, they're keeping each other alive through the dive, through Neon and Trizzle's attack, and it worked out for them. I mean, they were able to get some progression on the card.
Yeah, believe it or not, when Jace is alive, good things happen. But unfortunately, Jace goes down first again, followed by Kozy. Nyan and the Bob is just going to be wasted here for them, and it's rough. Meteor Strike and Bob used. They're going to have to go into a Nano, a Bob, and a bomb, a Diva Bomb. So with only window up and Valk, it's going to be a little harder here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very hard for their composition to take advantage of that window, I mean, they have the Honda, they have the Ashe, but they're not really going to have the space with the Doomfist. So window is not very good ult right now, and going into the Nano, the Bomb, and the Bob, it's going to be a rough fight. It starts off just as bad. Oh,
Bomb
big pick
finds one, but big pick on Trizzle finally. But he goes down 2. And the res is just gonna make him bring him right back with only 20 seconds left. List finds Jace again. Window can't get any value if you can't stay alive to use it. Trizzle is just walking in. The fight is on Peach. Peach goes down. Kozy's there. Stalker's back to help. Hammond's also back to help. Pulse Bomb goes off, gets Hammond. Keo finds Kozy, and that might be it. Stalker gets List, but I don't think they have a touch. And 61.77 meters. I mean, I've seen crazier, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it was very difficult attack. I mean, we saw some, like we said, hero plays from Hammond, but it feels like it's not enough to get them past a single point. Maybe it's a compositional diff, maybe it's a cohesion diff, but it just feels like G.O.A.T.S right now is the overall better team by a large margin.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes out. Maybe they pull out something on defense and they're able to full hold. I mean, I would love to see a Ryan May Reaper close hold. It'd be very fun to watch. Maybe something like that to try to get this momentum, get a couple picks, waste some time.
I mean, Stoker's typing in chat. It seems like he's cooking up something spicy.
Maybe
not.
It's the Doomfist. What do you mean?
I expected maybe a Ryan or a cheeky monkey, but seems to be committing to that Doom. And we've seen him go to GM, just one trick in Doom. So maybe he has faith in himself. Maybe he felt an awakening, and it's gonna pop. He's gonna pop off right now. Yeah, something.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I think what the biggest change that needs to happen, I think Jace just needs to stay alive just a little bit more. It's a little harder for Jace to stay alive in these fights because it's just repeatedly caught out of position by List or a Nyan, and it's just rough, bro. It's really, really rough.
Yeah, I mean, the backline is struggling to survive. Maybe we see, a Brig Ana or Kiriko Ana or Kiriko Brig just to give more survivability. But it feels like Kozy sticking to that Mercy play, and it's not working out so far.
We'll see how it plays out. I mean, they're on the Torb now, so maybe we can see something else. Ashe, they have a Widow on deck now, so we'll see if that helps play out. And trying to find something on that right side there. Peach does take a body shot, but nothing falls. Stalker is immort at the moment. We'll get up to full HP here, maybe not. But Trizzle is actually just walking up on Big Earls all by the lonesome, trying to find something. Hammond's low, but so Trizzle's at half, and they're just not getting the damage off on that they need to force it out of mech.
Yeah, I mean, the Widow, such a dangerous character. You're shutting on the entire sideline. But Trizzle, I mean, Stalker doing a really good job isolating Trizzle from the backline. Trizzle currently is alone. Stalker has 4 players shooting at him. And it feels like the rest of his team isn't capitalizing on that space. I say that as they pick up the mech,
finds a head tap, gets demeched though. So they get the res off, but that headshot is rough. Rizzle crushes Peach. Oh no! No res available. No turret down. Trizzle's just doing everything out there trying to get back. Has bomb. Throws bomb on the high ground. is going to find Kozy and Jace, and that might do it. Rez goes off on List after finding a Drizzle again, finding 3. The Torp turret trying to do its best to help out and support, but it can't do it. Stalker goes down, and there is nobody left for Kozy and Kolourful to help out, and that'll wrap it up.
That was a rough game for Kozy and Carpet. It was just yeah, maybe a compositional diff, maybe just a mindset diff, but it felt like the way he controlled the entire G.O.A.T.S was in control of the entire game.
Yeah, tough time. I mean, 2 bombs, 2 people with the bomb, gets immediately 1 right after. I don't know. It's rough. I don't know what they could have done differently or what they should have changed up to make sure that they had some more comfort in that scenario, or trying to make something happen with the compositions that they ran. But I mean, G.O.A.T.S were just a well-oiled machine. They were hitting shots. List wasn't missing. Trizzle was also just going in there, taking lives and getting out. So it's been interesting. It was an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the stick to the Doofus in the entire game was a little bit of a disadvantage for them as well. G.O.A.T were a very versatile team. They could play a bunch of things. And Kozy and Kolourful came in with a strategy and stuck with the strategy even when it wasn't working. So that could have been like maybe one of the big things that affected them. But it happens. We all have really bad games. We'll have games where we get rolled. They'll come back tomorrow, better mindset, better team, better players. Just feeling better about themselves. Maybe they come back, they bounce back, win their games tomorrow, and we'll see a better bracket stage from them.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes out, and hopefully they can come back and bounce back from this, because you never know. Now you have a feel of what's going on in the tournament, so we'll see if maybe they can get a win or 2. But I mean, now's the time as any. What are we feeling for player of the match for this one?
I want to give it to Drizzle. I mean, besides how much he did as isolated in this map, he's a DPS player playing tank and getting so much value. I feel like that alone, maybe because I'm friends with Drizzle, but I think he was the best player on the map.
No, there were times where Drizzle would walk in by himself, kill 4, and walk out. That was basically what happened. No shame to anybody else on the roster. Everybody was having their time. List was getting picks. Nyan was making the backline just menacing. It was hard to play. Jace couldn't stay alive, so it was just really hard to do anything. And on top of all that, the backline was just doing God's work, making sure people didn't die. When Doomfist came in, was hitting the sleep darts, making sure they stay alive and rock their things. So I also wanted to give it to Drizzle. As a tank player myself, it is very hard to play the game when you see some things. Yeah. And going in there killing 4 pretty much every time was insane. So very much fun game to watch, and Drizzle is just looking. I think this 3 Overwatch is in full effect for 1 game today.
Yeah, at least we got a 3 Overwatch, because it wouldn't be a COWZA composition without 3 Overwatch and a DC, and we got that both in this game. So I'm glad. I'm glad we got a game like this.
Yeah, man, it was fun. I'm very much happy to get in there and cast this game. But I don't believe we have any more games today. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's it for the afternoon. Evening for y'all.
This is the last day of our Saturday streams for the Pride Cup. We will be back tomorrow, so be sure to catch our streams tomorrow. We have a lot more games to play, and we have the bracket stage next week. So a lot more tournament to come from our Pride Cup, and we hope to see you guys there.
Yes, we'll see you guys next time. Make sure you lock and load in for tomorrow. 3 more games, ready to have fun, and then we got brackets next week. Should be a blast.
Yeah, see you.
Have a good one.